What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Beat from One Beat Games, and today, for our first Let's Play, we're going to be playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So let's get into it. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Alrighty. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Shit, no, that was bad. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor, you say? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, oh, God! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Well, no shit. I mean, seriously, God. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tom, I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I'm finna die! Dude, Jesus Christ, look at those sweating bullets over there. Look at him, look at his eyes twitching too. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. Poor guy. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Sounds like another character I know. Well, I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Such a good guy, Nick. Such a good guy. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Order in the fucking court, you pieces of shit! Ah! The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Fuck, wait, I should give him an old man voice. Hold on. Back in my day, no, that was terrible. Okay, we'll just roll with it. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I mean, it's not like I'm a freaking lawyer. I went to school for any of this shit or anything. But okay. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Well, it's obviously Phoenix, right? Larry Butts, Mia Fey, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Pretty sure I just changed his voice, but... Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. God, I read that case report covered so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. Fuck. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. God damn it, Phoenix. Phoenix! Oh, shit. Hold on, it's her. Phoenix, are you absolutely... I just changed her voice too. Oh boy. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. Yeah. I think I feel a migraine kill my... You and me both. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court records. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? You mean like this? And then like this? Mia Fey? Larry Butts. Oh, Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone. Okay. No one will believe. Well, actually, hold on. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Okay, age 22, gender female, for her. Alright. Attorney's badge. Type other. One of my possessions. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. I don't think anyone would really carry it. Cindy's autopsy report. Type reports. Received from Mia. Time of death. July 31st from 4 to 5 in the afternoon. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blood trauma. Larry Butts. Age 23, gender male. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who was my friend in grade school. Mia Fey, the woman I'm speaking to right now, age 27, gender female, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss, and a very good defense attorney. Okay? Winston Payne, the cocksucker across the room, age 52, gender male, the prosecutor for this case, likes presents, generally bad at getting his points across. Well, he seems that way, doesn't he? Okay, that's that. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. My voice just keeps changing. Gosh. Let's hear your answer. Who's the victim in this case? It's just gotta be Cinderblock, doesn't it? Cinderblock. For fuck's sake. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone, Your Honor. Quite correct, you piece of shit. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... poisoned, strangled, no, hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Buck up, pal, come on. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, that was a terrible voice. Actually, yeah. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepted it into evidence. I'm pretty sure I just wrote that. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. God, this is a horrible voice for her. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Okie dokie. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Look at his face. Look at his face. Mr. Butts, isn't that true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! Oh, no, that's not the voice I gave him. Hey, watch it, buddy! No, that's, I gotta choose, okay. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! What is that face? Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped, air quotes. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Okay. Indeed. What was the place for the judge again? Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. What a bitch. Dude, no way. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong collections. Look at that face. Just look at that face. Should I? We should tell you. No, let's just stop looking at you. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? What the fuck? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. What the fuck, Larry? Seriously? Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the... God, I always forget the voice. Okay. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? After that random load of bullshit. What the fuck? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. For fuck's sake. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? No. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. You went. What do I do? Let's stop him from entering. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog, you piece of shit. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Uh-oh. Well, that simplifies matters. What was that voice again? Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? I'm just gonna change the voice again. I don't care. The man who found the victim's body. just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order! Shut the fuck up, everybody, now! Jesus Christ. Mr. Payne, the prosecutor... No. Shit. Mr. Payne... No. Mr... Oh my god, I keep forgetting these voices. God. Okay, Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. There we go. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. This is really fucking bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Why? Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. God, no. Oh, it's that money-grabbing motherfucker who killed her in the first place. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Oh, yes. Witness testimony, witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead in fact. I quailed and then frightened and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I think I just changed the Asian voice. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Please don't call me racist. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Oh my god. Quite. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? 'Cause we told him not to. What the I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Oh, well, thank you. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination while I close my eyes. Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do here? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Dun dun dun! How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find a contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Just rub it in, you know, like wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi style. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. You got it. So, let's do this, guys. I was going door to door selling subscriptions. Why am I reading this again? Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seems strange to me, that's all. Oh god, this voice is changing again. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. There we go. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. There we go. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, you creep. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? No, you fucking perv. What the hell? What happened if she was changing, huh? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Not really. What happens if she was changing like I just said? True words have never been spoken. No one will look inside. Why did pain kind of move so quickly? So you looked into your apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman. Lying. Dead. Hold on. Wow. Let me check the evidence real quick. So we have this, then we have that, yes. And we have the passport, and a blackout. Okay. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all. And there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed and fled. Oh, I don't need to be there again. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? Okay. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. Shut the fuck up. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Hold on. Okay, so we thought to call the police immediately. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. He said it was one. He said it was one, right? However, the time of death was 4 and 5, so how would that? I understand this, but she... Please tell me I'm right. Okay. You found the body at 1. You sure? Yes, it was 1 for certain. Slam the desk. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4. There was nobody to, nobody, ha, I see what you did there, to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Objection! This is trivial. The witness really forgot that. No. This is trivial. The witness really forgot the time. No, I don't think so. After his testimony, I found that hard to know. After his testimony, I found that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question as I shake around like this because I am so nervous. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Without contradictions, lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? That's not it. Would you care to give your testimony again? Something like that. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm gonna have to work on these voices.